Hey guys, I'm in my kitchen and I just finished making a huge batch of vegetables, and it made me think that maybe I would make a quick video about a few things that have made my life easier since starting Bright Line Eating. So here you go. So if you have seen any of my videos, you know that I have a slight obsession with bananas. I know they are not the most calorically friendly food, and I know that they're probably not even the most nutritionally dense because they're light in color. My dog he just like knows I'm making a video, so he's barking in the background. But anyway, bananas are so convenient, and especially I usually get up about 5 or 6 in the morning to take my dogs to the dog park, and I usually eat breakfast before I go. So they require no slicing, no dicing or anything. I just weigh them and I go. So I really like bananas, and I also like making banana ice cream with them. So bananas are one of my number one things that I always try to have on hand. Now, this next section is going to make you think I have a drinking problem, but here are a couple other things I like to have. First of all, this is my all-time favorite tea. I am not a tea drinker. I don't really necessarily like the taste of tea, but I find that this one needs no sweetener, and it doesn't really taste like tea. It's basically just cinnamon apples. It has 0 calories, 0 caffeine, 0 anything. But on mornings when I want a nice warm drink, or sometimes you just feel like you need some warmth on your stomach when you're really hungry, I like to have the cinnamon apple spice tea. Also, when I'm going through my various phases of wanting to be healthier, I will mix this with teas that I don't necessarily care for, like green tea, which is supposed to be really good for you, but I really don't like the taste of. And this masks pretty much anything. So this is my favorite tea. It makes me feel like I'm having a special drink, especially if I stick a cinnamon stick in it. All right, I used to be a Diet Coke-aholic. I would drink, well, I wasn't even specific. Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, Diet Dr. Pepper, Diet whatever. If it was diet, I drank it. That was probably my biggest fear with starting Bright Line Eating, was that I would I wasn't sure I could give up diet soda. So I have found that, once I got over the caffeine, it really wasn't that hard. But sometimes you just like to have something with a little bit of taste and a little bit of kick to it. And especially if we go to a party, and I always like to have one of these so I can have a can in my hand. I don't drink soda, I don't drink alcohol, and I like to not call attention to that. So, unless people ask. But anyway, I don't drink alcohol or soda, so I like to have these. They're just kind of fun. I can walk around at a barbecue or whatever, have one in my hand, and it just looks like I'm enjoying and drinking right along with everybody. Okay, this is my final drink that I really like. It's the Dandy Blend. I drink it just like coffee. I just drink it black. It's super sweet on its own. Okay, not super sweet, because before I gave it flour and sugar, I didn't think it was sweet at all. I always thought I needed like 20 packets of stevia and a half a thing of almond milk in it. But now that I gave it flour and sugar, it definitely has a sweeter taste than coffee. It has lots of I think micronutrients or whatever that are supposed to be really good for you. So instead of being a drink that is, like coffee that gives you the jitters and hurts your stomach and potentially causes cancer, according to new studies, this is a great option. And as you can see, you can drink it hot or cold. I prefer it cold, but that might change. So this is one of my favorite things. The bag is fairly expensive. I mean, I want to say that this bag of 14.1 ounces was maybe $13-14. I might be off on that, but that's kind of the price range. I mean, it's not like a $3 bag of dandelions, but it lasts a really long time. You only need 1 teaspoon, and it's really good, and it really gives you that coffee taste without that coffee jitters. I had one of my first kind of slip-ups with Bright Line Eating when I was drinking too much coffee, because the burning of my stomach gave me the desire to eat. And that was one of my very first times that I was like, oh, I need something on my stomach. So this has really helped. Last but not least, something I really, really try to have on hand is my vegetables pre-cooked. Basically, every other day, if not every day, I do try to prepare my vegetables for the next day. Because when you come home, even if it's written down and I say like I'm going to be having for dinner a salad and 8 ounces of cooked vegetables mixed with veggie meat or whatever, or sometimes I'll put the cooked vegetables into my salad, If I get home late, which I often do just because of my kids are in that season of activities where a lot of things run late, and even though I have good intentions of eating at 6, sometimes that can be 7:30 or 8, and my kids are starving and they don't really want to wait while I cook my food before I cook their food. And so I like to have this pre-done. They store really well, and if you put them on a salad, they are super yummy cold. So it honestly, if you use mushrooms too, it does take a little bit longer if you use frozen mushrooms because they put off a lot of water that you need to drain and cook off. So it's really nice to do this the night before. Depending on how much cooked and how much raw I eat, this could last me for a day to 2 days. And it is 4 packages of frozen vegetables and several heads of miniature bok choy, just all cooked down. I flavor it kind of neutrally so that I can do anything I want. For instance, tonight my meal plan, I have curry. I have a curry on my meal plan, so I will just scoop out whatever I need for ounces for this and then mix it with curry powder and probably tahini. I think I have tahini on there. And it's like, so I basically just put a little bit of liquid smoke, a little bit of soy sauce, and a little bit of balsamic vinegar, and that just gives it a super meaty taste. So I always like to have a big container of pre-cooked vegetables in my fridge to keep me from thinking that this is too hard. And even though I don't eat flour and sugar, and that has been the one line that I've kept consistently bright, even though I don't eat those things, I might be tempted to switch my breakfast and go, well, tonight I'll just have some Triscuits and some hummus because it's just so overwhelming to get everything done, to feed my kids and get my own meal done. So having this really helps. So those are a few things that make my life easier that I've kind of learned along the way. I would love to know what you guys do, what you like, what's made it easier. I definitely, some people have put on some of the recipe things that I've posted. Some people have posted what they do. That has been amazing for me. So I would love the tips, the tricks, whatever you got. Anyway, have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.